Hi, Assalamu alaikum to all of you viewers. This is Asad Ali Qazi with new episode and with new guest. Today I would like to introduce Mr. Bilal Khan. He did MBA in Supply Chain Management from Ikra University, Karachi. He has around 6 years corporate experience. He works currently as a supply chain manager at McDonald's, Pakistan. During this job tenure, around he has experience of around 4 to 5 years with McDonald's. He mainly worked with the logistics, procurement, coordination, and demand supply. Today, our topic is food logistics. What are the challenges of food logistics? How we can improve? How we can reduce cost? So, thank you, Bilal bhai, for your time. And directly with the very first question, what are the challenges of food logistics, especially temperature maintained logistics?
If we can talk about the food logistic challenges, then the first thing is that the availability of equipments. Like in the local market, first of all, there are very few service provider that are providing the food logistics services like a temperature control services. Just 5 to 6 players we have in the whole Pakistan. So uh, the biggest challenge is that availability of required equipment is one of the biggest challenge. Like we can able to get 40 fitters and 20 fitters, reefer containers, the temperature control containers. But if we have a requirement of the smaller equipment, then it would very difficult to get such a equipment. Like most of the time, you know that there is a restriction in Pakistan. Bigger vehicles cannot be able to enter the city premises after 12. So if uh, like in McDonald's system, if we have a certain demand hike in a remote restaurants, and if we need to supply them in the daytime, we don't have the required equipment at that time, because smaller equipment, as I told you, 16 fitter or 10 fitter or 12 fitter containers with such loadability is not really available on time, or if available in market, then prices are very high for such vehicles. So if we can further if I can further elaborate the issues we have in the food logistics, then after the availability, the next thing is service, after sales services. Like most of the companies that are providing logistic food logistics services, the temperature controlled food logistics services, most have the equipment that are import based equipment. Okay, but after sales services of those particular products are not available in Pakistan. So they normally try to fix the issues they have during operations through their own maintenance team. But sometime when when they face bigger issues, like a major part fixation, then in such scenarios, the lead time of repairing of the equipment uh, get quite lengthier, and it takes sometimes few weeks and sometimes few months to repair the equipment. As I told you, the after sale services of those who are making the temperature controlled boxes are not available in Pakistan. Another thing is that the required equipment of temperature monitoring is also not available with the all food logistics suppliers. Most of them commit that they can provide the equipment like reefer containers, but most of them don't have the equipment to monitor the containers temperature regularly. So this is also an issue. Like you can say, you know that temperature 100% cold chain is very much important for the food supply chain. But if you find, like, if you find any quality issue and problem, then first thing that have to look into is the 100% cold chain or 100% temperature controlled supply chain. And if you don't have that continuous temperature monitoring, then definitely you don't dig the right problem. If at some time, if at some slot of the time, whether temperature the equipment lost the temperature, and definitely it ultimately hurt the product. So these are the issues that we have in Pakistan regarding the food logistics, as industry is very smaller, very few players in the market, uh, and you can say that the size of industry is also not very big.
Okay, thank you, Bilal, for this really good overview. But it has been observed that many local suppliers, like there are the number of food chains and even a local Pakistani vegetable and fruit industry, they are not using any temperature maintained vehicles. There are the number of restaurants, those are not using the temperature maintained vehicles. So, do you think that temperature maintained vehicles are important, significant in food logistics?
Yes, I don't think there is a concept. There should be a concept of food transportation without temperature controlled. In McDonald's, we have very and very strict, you can say that SOPs for continuous temperature monitoring. Like in McDonald's system, we have 100% temperature monitoring of the product from the production at the supplier facility. Either it's a local product or either it's a imported product. We have the complete traceability of the temperature of that particular product, because all the attributes of the product like taste, appearance, and everything depends upon the temperature of the product. Like if you cannot store the product in the right temperature, then definitely you would not be able to get desired taste, desired appearance, and uh, desired experience of that particular product. So temperature controlled and temperature monitoring is 100% is very necessary. You can say that supply chain of food is not possible without that. And due to that, the product we have in the market in the other chains are substandard, are not meeting that particular gold standard that product should have. So that is why that's why it cause definitely health issues with the people, and also uh, the taste profile. Sometimes we feel on number of occasions we felt on local chains and other chains that we are not getting the desired food experience. So this is due to not maintaining the 100% 100% temperature control supply chain of that particular food. Every food item have different temperature requirement. Like in McDonald's, we distribute the product in three different product range. Like we have frozen products that we stores on -18 to -22 degrees centigrade. We have chillers in which we stores the product that need the chiller temperature, that is 1 to 4 degrees centigrade. And then we have ambient temperature, that is from 15 to 30 degrees centigrade, that is storage temperature required. But we cannot expose anything to the sunlight. And we have also the requirement from the supplier that they should have deliver all the products in the closed vehicles, either if it's not required like chiller or freezer temperature, but it should be on the closed container, closed vehicle. It should be supplied to McDonald's. So the, in the food industry, in the food supply chain, temperature monitoring is very much necessary. And without temperature monitoring and without temperature controlling, you would not able to get the desired taste and desired appearance and all the desired attributes of the product.
Okay, last question where I will give you two options and you have to select any one. Centralized supply chain or centralized warehouses, or decentralized supply chain, decentralized warehouses. So, what's your opinion?
Although I can go for the decentralized system that we have in McDonald's, that we consider more effective. Although with respect to the control point of view, centralized is more good. But uh, in the decentralized, uh, every department has their particular need. So in decentralized system, they can able to meet their particular requirement more efficiently and more easily.
Bilal, thank you. It was a really nice session with you, and sure we will do it again on a very new topic. And thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, and hopefully, to whom you will share this, will learn something from this video.